and we're joined in the studio by Lucy and Anton from 3 Month Sunset. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Nicole.
Sorry for stuffing up that it was your debut EP.
That's okay.
It's a bit confusing, really.
Well, it is a little bit confusing, isn't it? Because the band started with Gabe as a solo artist in 2005. And you guys, when did you guys join the band?
Probably a little bit over a year ago. It all started turning it into a band as opposed to a solo project.
Yeah.
Anton was there first.
Yeah.
Just came in later.
So what was the thinking behind that? Behind incorporating more players into the... Was Gabe sick of himself?
I don't think he was sick of himself. I think he got tired of lugging 4 or 5 amps by himself to a solo show.
Yeah.
So he wanted a little bit of help.
So with the addition of new members, has the creative side of the songwriting and music become shared now as well?
I think probably the most important thing for us was not to come in and trample over what Gabe had already put into place with his solo work, because I think all of us joined the band already as fans of what Gabe was doing. So for us, it's sort of, we're taking those ideas and it is more of a collaboration now than certainly what it was when we started, and I think that's been a result of really finalising the lineup and really getting comfortable with who's in the band and what our roles are and things like that.
So how did you all come together?
It was a bit of a bit-by-bit process, I think. So last year probably went through a ridiculous amount of lineup changes and even sort of configuration changes, as in like started off as a 3-piece with just drums, bass and guitars, and then moved on to vocals, and then now it's actually 2 basses and male female vocals. So yeah, it was a slow work in progress, trying what would work, and what we thought might work didn't work. But by the end of the year, we pretty much found that the right setup. I kind of
stalked Gabe down. He sort of asked if I knew of any bass players, and I sort of kidded around and said, "Oh yeah, if you wait 6 months, I'll learn the bass and then I'll join the band. Like, is that okay?" Ha ha ha. And then Giles came on board, and I just sort of ended up being involved with vocals, and then that sort of just progressed into also playing the bass, which is really great.
Well, excellent. Like Anton, as you were saying, how it sounds like you did a lot of experimenting to figure out the current sound, and Lucy, as you said, that you have 2 bass players, and Gabe runs his guitars through several amps, I believe. So there's a very unconventional band setup. Was this all through experimentation, getting to this like ideal sound at the end?
Yeah, I suppose so. I think when Gabe had the idea of turning it into a band, like, we weren't really too sure how it would come out. Yeah. And it was a little bit working it out on the fly as we went along, till it sort of settled into something that we all sort of went, actually, no, now it's finally working.
Yeah. So one day were you like, let's try two bass parts?
It just kind of
this
worked.
was sweet.
Yeah. Just with the sort of the bass that I play is the drone kind of lower notes, and Giles is playing all the kind of boppier, melody stuff, and it just really suits. It really fits in well with Gabe's guitar as well. And
we did find out on our recent trip to Sydney that the idea of having a guitarist with 3 amps and 2 bass players has a few logistical issues.
2 cars.
Yeah.
Imagine. So currently recording not only a 12-inch but also an album, which are both set for release before the end of the year. That's a pretty incredible feat. How's that all going?
Well, the EP's done.
Yep,
I think the album may probably push into next year sometime.
Yeah. Who have you recorded the EP with?
Well, we recorded with our amazing friend Jeremy, who also plays in local band The Zebras, but he has a wonderful studio at his house in Pascoe Vale, so we spent many nights, mornings, afternoons crammed into that little space making music, and he did it all for us, so he did an amazing job. And then our friend Anthony mixed it for us as well, so we've been very lucky with the people we've had involved.
Have you started recording the album yet?
No, just sort of getting through the EP and the logistics of putting out a 12-inch and the financials and getting it set up and everything. But we're very excited to have that coming out this Friday.
Oh, great. So you're launching the EP You Are My Good Light this Friday the 25th of June at Cherry Bar. And who are the supports?
Anton.
Iowa and Thieves.
And the Rainbow Connection DJs.
That sounds great. Do you think this will be your favourite 3 Month Sunset show? Will it cap off the rest of the shows you've played? Will it beat them?
I think so. I'm pretty excited about it.
Yeah.
It's kind of a culmination, I suppose, of the last 6 months of gigging and recording. And it all comes together this Friday.
Excellent. Let's hear another track from the EP. This is You Are My Good Light, the title track. Thank you so much and good luck at the show.
Thanks, Nicole.
Thank you.